All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to ZTV tonight. We are doing our monthly installment of Meet Alexandria's Animals at the Animal Welfare League. So, Gina Hardter is here to talk to us tonight. She's going to walk us through an array of animals that are available for adoption. We got a few cats, we got a dog, and we have a roundup of small animals. They always have an amazing selection of just really great animals, all have amazing personalities, really great matchups for everyone who is looking to adopt. They always get adopted really quickly. One of them actually was videoed for tonight's episode and just got adopted. So, like I said, if you see someone you love, book that appointment quickly and make an adoption if you can. So, I'm going to bring on Gina and she's going to tell us a little bit more about how to do that. Hi, Gina. How are you?
Hi, Grace. I'm doing well, and I'm doing especially well because, like you said, one of the animals we taped with yesterday, Rosa, went home with her new family today, which is very exciting. And hopefully everyone else we meet tonight is going to have the same exact luck.
I know that always makes my heart so happy just to hear about animals getting adopted, regardless of the speed or the animal, just such a feel good story. And I hope we have more feel good stories after tonight. So, we have several different animals we're showing tonight. Why don't you just walk us through who we might be seeing? A little preview.
Yes, so we're going to start with our feline friends. As you mentioned, we also have a dog. We had a couple dogs, and then Rosa got adopted. And as always, we love to talk about our small animals. Sometimes people don't think that we have anything besides cats or dogs, but as we will show you tonight, we have some wonderful guinea pigs, rabbits, and if you check out our adoption page, you never know who you might see.
Wonderful. I'm excited to meet them all. So, the first animal we're meeting, we're going to start with the felines. Why don't you introduce us to our first cat?
Yes, so we have the wonderful Betty. Betty's been with us for a little bit, and it's a little surprising because she is a very sweet cat. She's a little bit older, but I think that also means that she's a little bit chiller, and you will see her chill catitude with our colleague Carolina as she introduces Betty in just a moment.
My friend Betty here. As you can see, she's a very curious gal. She always loves having visitors over, and she, likes to come over and kind of see what's going on. She's 9 years old, and so, she's really relaxed and stuff, and one of her favorite things to do is usually eat snacks, but she likes to do that when, people are around. She's what we call a social eater. Betty's, pretty chill and relaxed, and so she would be great in a quiet home. As you can see, she's also, she loves to chat, but she's also a great listener, so it's always nice to have her around. If you're working from home, she's going to be there by your side, giving you a little company. And she loves being, sweet pet and having the back of her ear scratched. And she's just really, affectionate, nice little senior gal. Even though she may have a little bit of a resting, grumpy face, don't let it fool you. She's actually a very sweet gal who loves being with her friends. Yeah. Ear scratches are a favorite? So if you're interested in learning more about Betty and meeting her, you can always email us or give us a call to schedule a time to meet her.
All right. I love that you could hear her purring in the video. That shows how, relaxed she was, how snuggly she was. She seemed very chill. A nice, snuggly, snacky senior cat. I mean, who doesn't want one of those living in their house? Tell us a little bit more about Betty and not just her personality, but the personality of someone who would be looking to adopt her.
Yeah, just like you said, just hearing Betty's meows, she was so happy for us to be there. She was so happy to hang out with people. She really loves people and she's really focused on them. We mentioned her resting grumpy face because maybe not in this picture. This is a pretty cute photo, actually. But sometimes you see Betty and she looks a little grumpy. That's not how she's feeling. She is generally pretty pleased to be there with you. She loves the attention. She likes social eating. She could be a good fit for a variety of families. She's definitely looking for a place where she can continue her chill attitude. She's not necessarily looking for a place where people are expecting her to play all the time. She's going to be the kind of Netflix buddy who sits next to you on the couch and watches a whole marathon and enjoys it and maybe does a little snacking in the meantime.
Wonderful. And I think that's perfect with the fall season coming up. We got a little dose of it last night. I actually wore a long sleeve on my walk. It felt wonderful. So maybe open up the windows these couple of evenings, and Betty would be a great like snack, Netflix and chill on the couch kind of cat. I think that's wonderful. So we have a couple more cats to show. Now these cats are a little special. We've talked before about bonded pairs. Give us another brief introduction as to what that is.
Yeah, so like you said, Betty would be a great fall cat. And despite the names of the next cats we're going to meet, Sandy and Breeze, feel a little summery, but they would be good fall partners too. They are, as you mentioned, a bonded pair, which means they've lived together a good portion of their life. And they are more than best friends, they're siblings. They want to live together, they need to live together, and they are so excited to find their new home together. And that's what we're helping them do. So Sandy and Breeze are currently staying in one of our staff offices together, and we can't wait to help them find their new family.
Wonderful.
So, earlier we met Betty, but now, we get to meet Breeze and Sandy. Breeze is right up here, making sure she's watching everything. And then this is Sandy. They are what we call a bonded pair. So they're kind of like best friends who would like to stay together and go to their new home together. Of course, this doesn't mean that they don't have room for more love. So they would love to share, everything that their new home with a new family. Both of them are, very, very sweet, and they just love to be, pet, and they love to hang out. And, Breeze likes to give little kisses and let you know she's there. She's also what we could consider a house panther. So if you're looking for having cats of different colors, it also makes it more fun to have Breeze here and Sandy, who's white and gray. So Sandy and Breeze are currently hanging out in one of our offices because they, like to help out with any task that you may need. Of course, they are always happy to meet you and join your new home. To schedule an appointment to meet them, you can visit alexandriaanimals.org/adopt by appointment.
We have some cats with personality tonight. You could hear the meows and the purrs. I love that. The purrs are so soothing. Um, they seemed very relaxed and happy in that office, maybe because they were together. So you had mentioned that as a bonded pair, they were siblings. So elaborate on that. Are they from the same litter, or is that how they've come to know each other as a bonded pair?
So as far as we know, they are not from the same litter. They are about the same age, 8 years each. But we think that they just lived with each other for much, or maybe even the entirety of their lives. And, even if they're not genetically related, being together, being in the same home, having the same experiences, and as you've mentioned, making each other feel safe and comfortable together for 8 years, that's a bond that is just the same as being siblings. And so they are looking to continue that relationship into their new family. And, some people think maybe bonded pairs sound like extra work. It's two cats. We actually think that a lot of times, they entertain each other first and then they are with their people as well. But it's a little less work perhaps for the reliance and relationship they have on you, because they're relying on each other as well, and they're going to feel comfortable. It's going to help them come around in a new environment. It doesn't mean that they're going to love you any less. It just means that there's a little bit more to love with two cats.
Yeah, well, and they have each other there to, rely on, like you said, entertain each other, but also almost help relax each other when they're entering a new environment. I want to know, with bonded pairs, I know every animal has its own different personality and it'll be different in different environments, but with bonded pairs, how would you go about introducing them if you have other animals in the home, especially more than one?
Well, it's definitely going to depend on the different kind of animal you have in a home, introducing cats to cats versus cats to dogs. A lot of times with cats, we recommend a slow integration where your new cats might be in a specific room and any resident cats might be kind of have the run of the rest of the home. You'd start with that door being closed. And so they know they're there. They can tell, they can smell. Sometimes they see a paw from under the door. And over time, maybe over the course of the week, you gradually make the lessen the barriers. So maybe going from a door to something like a baby gate with a cloth over it. So the room is open, but they can't see each other. Maybe after a couple days, taking the cloth over, and then really following the lead of the cats to see how they're doing, how interested they are in each other. If they're stressing each other out, you can always take a step back as well. With dogs, it might be a little different. Again, we do want to start them separately, introduce each other's scents to each other. So there's a lot of different ways, like you said, Grace, and I love that you said it. Every animal is an individual, so you're kind of going to follow their leads a little bit. But I think the key, whether it's with an individual cat meeting someone or multiple cats, bonded pair in this situation, is you're going to take it slow and you're going to follow their lead.
Yeah, well, and you guys have so many great resources too, before, during, and after the adoption process, if the owners need help with that transition or just creating a comfortable environment for the animal. And I love seeing bonded pairs. I think that animal bonds are fascinating and they are so strong and they're unlike any other bonds that we see in the human or animal kingdom. Like domesticated animal bonds. I just love to see it. I think it's so pure and wholesome. So our next animal we're moving on from cats. We've done 3 cats. So we are now doing a canine. We were doing 2, but congrats to Rosa. She's adopted. So now we're just doing the 1. Give us a little preview to our canine tonight.
Yeah, so I'm going to say I pushed really hard. I wanted this guy to be in. This is my special friend, Kaiba. I call him Kai. He's been with us for coming up on a month now. He was really shy when he first came to us. And honestly, as you'll see by this video, he has just blossomed. He's really come around. He's gotten to know people, and he's really showing us what he likes. And now he's going to show everybody who's watching tonight just who he is and exactly what he's looking for in a new home.
And he is just under 2 years old. He is a mix of Australian cattle dog, German Shepherd, and you can see that mix is just absolutely handsome. He has this great, wrinkly, multicolored coat. If you can see it, he's got some black spots on his tongue, which I absolutely love, and he is just so sweet. When Kai came to us, he was a little bit shy. He was still getting to know people, and he didn't really know, how to interact with them, and he has really, really come around. But now that he's been with us a little while and he's gotten to know people, he's really, really come around. He's made some good friends. One of my favorite things is once you're one of Kai's friends, he kind of just he'll lean up against you really hard, or like he was before, he'll sit directly on your foot and just wait for attention and love. So one of the things that I do with Kai every morning is I take him out to the yard where he runs some zoomies before it gets too hot, and then we play a bit of fetch. I didn't know that he knew fetch, but he was an instant pro. He loves chasing, and he loves sometimes bringing the ball back, other times, leaving it where he thinks it strategically should be. Kai is an absolute gentleman on a walk. He keeps the leash pretty loose. He loves checking in with you just to make sure you're happy, everything's going okay. And when you walk by other animals, he more or less disregards them. He's also got an excellent sit, which again he'll do on his walks when he's paying attention to you and not everything that's going on around him. And we've taught him a couple other tricks. He's working on lay down, and I think he has the capability to learn so much more. Like I said, he likes to lean hard into people and get attention. He loves having his bottom rubbed. In the morning, he'll roll all over the grass to get himself wet and to have fun, and then he'll show off his tummy, and he just loves tummy rubs. He's just such a fun, such a social dog. I think he would be great for so many different types of households, and when you are friends with Kai, you're going to have a lifelong friend. So if you're interested in adopting Kaiba, you can check out more about him and how to schedule an appointment to meet him at alexandriaanimals.org. Search it out. Can we say bye? Bye, Kai. Good boy.
Just pure joy in that video. I always love how you will premise that a dog or an animal is a little bit shy, and then they never are perceived that way in the video. I think that's a huge testament to the dog's character, but also the way that the AWLA runs things and cares for their animals. So that's always wonderful to see that if you do it the right way and you'll help adopters do it the right way, that these animals can really thrive and live their best lives. So tell us a little bit more about introducing a shy dog, what's perceived to be a shy dog, into a new environment.
Well, I appreciate what you said. It definitely is something that we really, really strive for, to set animals up for success and set their future adopters up for success. And that means giving them as much information as possible. Kai truly was a shy guy when he started with us. I didn't know for the first 2 weeks he was with us that he had those amazing blue spots on his tongue because he was stressed. You know, he wasn't really showing his big Kai smile. So it's one of my favorite things about him because it's something that I discovered as we got to know him a little better. And you see it a little bit there. There's a little bit more blue on the back of his tongue. But for Kai, you know, I said it before with our cats, but you definitely want to follow his lead, take it slow. It could be that because Kai has come so far that when he gets into your home, you're going to see exactly that excited, happy, energetic, zooming dog in his new environment, but maybe not. You want to let him introduce him to the house slowly. So start him in one new space, maybe, you know, your main room, your living room, and hang out there for a little bit. If there's a room, you know, you're going to have like a crate or his bed or something in, that's also a great place to start. And you want to introduce him slowly to the space so it doesn't feel overwhelming. Give him a lot of time to experience whatever his outside experience is going to be. So that might be a yard, that might be walks. Again, follow his lead, take it slow. I wouldn't be surprised with Kai if you see he is pretty confident pretty quickly. And you're getting some of those Kai kisses and sitting in your lap right away. At least that's what I hope for him and his future family.
Yes. Well, and so you mentioned the zoomies. He's a pretty good medium-sized dog, very, you know, a nice middle of the road size. Did seem like he has a lot of energy, especially when he's more used to expressing himself. So where or what size home environment would best suit him to fully express himself?
Yeah, so Kai is running just a little bit shy of 50 pounds. So he's, like you said, that medium to large size, depending on what you consider large for a dog. He is pretty energetic. I showed you video that we took first thing in the morning, which is definitely his excited time. He's excited when people are getting back into the shelter. He's excited to get time outside. And also right now, it's the coolest time of the day, which means if we're going to do some running, that's the time to do it. But it's funny because I've done some taping and some exercise with him more in the middle of the day, and he's a lot chiller than he wants to do a little bit more cuddling. So you saw energetic Kai. He definitely has some energy, but there's a lot of chill to him too. In terms of what size of home he's looking for, you know, that's not necessarily something we have a lot of experience with because he could be very different in a home environment. I think he potentially could love a yard or big space to run around in, but that's not to say that he's not the kind of guy that couldn't do well in an apartment during the day. I think because of some of his shyness and maybe early stress, something that's a little quieter might suit him a little bit more.
Wonderful. Well, and I'm sure that, you know, with the right training and with the right care and love, that he will thrive in whatever space shows him that. So on from the 50-pounder to down to about 5 pounds now. We have a roundup of small animals tonight. Walk us through the different ones we will be seeing.
Yes, we are meeting our teeny tinies now. And we don't actually have many teeny tinies in the shelter. We're going to meet a couple guinea pigs and a rabbit, but we actually have a lot more guinea pigs right now who are available from foster. And so if that's something that you're interested in, whether you've had a guinea pig before or not, we have all different sizes, all different ages, all different breeds. So we love highlighting our guinea pigs. We're going to meet Sprinkle and Lynn tonight, but I'm going to put in the discussion a link to see all of the small animals that we have right now. And like I said, if you haven't had a small animal before, our team is happy to talk you through their needs, their wants, and what it's like to be a pet owner of a guinea pig, a rabbit, or any of our other smalls.
Perfect.
Looking for, we may have it. We have all kinds of animals, from rabbits to guinea pigs, mice, birds. We see them all. And so today we're going to talk about a couple of our small animals, or SMAMs. So we have a lot of guinea pigs available for adoption right now. Several are in foster, and we've got a few here with us. So first we have Lynn. Lynn is a lovely tricolor guinea pig. She's about a year old. She is hanging out in her pigloo, which is my favorite word if you've maybe not heard that before. I'm just going to take this off so you can get a peek at her. She's probably going to go look at her Timothy hay at this point. So as you can see, she's really beautiful. She's got especially some black and white, a little bit of brown kind of in the black on her bottom. And Lynn, I'm going to give you your castle back. And when she's not hanging out in her castle, she's finding things to chew here in her enclosure. And of course, her giant pile of Timothy hay, which is something that all guinea pigs love. And then on a little bit of the younger side, but just as cute, we have Sprinkle. And Sprinkle is also hanging out in his little cave. So I'm just going to take this up
really quickly so we can say hi to Sprinkle, but we don't want to startle him. He is a little bit shyer. You can see he's also tricolor, but he's a little bit more white and brown focused. All right, Sprinkle, I'm going to put this back down for you. And just like Lynn, he has lots of things in here to keep him engaged. He has treat bags, so this is something that he can chew into and get yummy treats. He has a lot of things to chew on, like this, like wood toys specifically made for guinea pigs to chew on. That's one of their favorite things to do, is chewing, and it also helps keep their teeth manageable throughout their entire lives. And then, as I mentioned, we also have rabbits a lot of the time, and this lovely girl is Buntilda. She's a little older than a year. She may look like a rabbit that you see outside, but she's not. She is a domesticated rabbit. This fur coloring is called a goody, and it's kind of it's a brindle for rabbits is how I like to describe it. So she is, like I said, a little bit more than 1 year old. You can see she's pretty social. She likes here having the attention, and you can see her whole setup here. She has a good amount of room, which is something that we want for all of our bunnies. She has a little hidey space over there if she decides she wants a little more privacy. And she has her litter box with her Timothy hay. Rabbits are somewhat interested in litter boxes. They will hang out there. The Timothy hay is something she will eat while she's in there, so it's kind of like another hangout space. You can also see along with her rabbit pellets here, she has a pile of veggies. Just like most of us, rabbits really love veggies. There's specific veggies that are especially good for them. She does have carrots, but that's not her favorite. Probably different kinds of lettuces and greens are something that she's gonna like the most. Thanks, Buntilda. Good girl.
All right, I love the name Buntilda. I think that's wonderful. She seemed very chill, as well as the other guinea pigs did. So small animals, while they might be small, I feel like they're very intelligent, and they're not necessarily like, quote, an easy pet. Not necessarily that they're complicated, but walk us through, the steps that an owner might need to know, especially if they're a first time small animal owner.
I think you said it, Grace. We never want anybody to think that an animal is easy or doesn't require attention. All of these animals are very conscious. They want to interact with their people, albeit in different ways. So one big thing that we want to make sure everybody understands is that they need a certain amount of space. You could see that Buntilda there, we had kind of a pen set up for her where she had the opportunity to hop around. She doesn't necessarily want to live in a small hutch that's not much taller than her. She's definitely looking to live indoors. Virginia winters and summers are both going to be intemperate for her. So she's an indoors kind of gal. You can even have something called free house rabbits, free rabbits or house rabbits, which is the idea that supervised rabbits can kind of hop around your house. They have a much broader space than a kennel or something like that. And similarly with our guinea pigs, we want to make sure they have a lot of space to separate all their different activities. They want to have a hidey space. They want to have their Timothy hay in which they can hide. They need space to keep their food separate from where they relieve themselves. And then these guys are animals who can definitely be cuddle animals. They might, be a movie buddy. You keep them in your lap, you hang out. So with the proper experience, guinea pigs, rabbits, and so many other different types of animals, even mice and rats can become really social, really acclimatized people. And you can even teach them tricks. We teach our bunnies and guinea pigs with a target trainer, which means that we'll give them treats for coming close to a target. It's generally a stick with a ball on the end. And that, again, helps them with comfort and sociability around people. So all very smart, all have different capacities to learn and hang out with people. And our staff would be more than happy to talk to you about things that you can do with your future small animal.
Yes, and I love small animals. We had guinea pigs and we had rabbits growing up, and just like cats and dogs, they are great animals. If you show them love and attention and care, they will give it back to you. So you just have to, be willing to learn to care for them the right way. And again, like I said, you guys have all of the amazing resources to help owners, new owners, adopters, fosters, do all of that. So before we wrap up tonight, you guys very soon will have an event coming up in the fall. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we are so looking forward to Paws in the Park. For people who've attended Alexandria Love Your Pet Day in Orinoco Bay Park last year or in West End locations previous years, this is a continuation of it, and we're calling it Paws in the Park because we think it's going to be bigger and better than ever. So it's taking place October 16th, like I said, Orinoco Bay Park from 11 to 4 p.m. So that's one of the ways it's bigger. It's a little longer than last year. We are going to have some amazing entertainment for all ages. We are going to have a great food court, including beer, wine, and cider from a lot of local vendors. So I know Zebra will be having information about that very soon. We can't wait to share it with Zebra and with everybody, but it is going to be such a fun event this year. And this event does benefit animals throughout the community and the people who love them by benefiting the Animal Welfare League of Alexandria. It's a free event. It's going to have vendors, animal-themed businesses. We're going to have a paw parade of adoptable animals from a lot of local rescues and shelters. So it's going to be a fun day, and we hope to see you there October 16th.
Yes, wonderful. We're looking forward to it. Yes, we will put more information out about it very soon as we get closer to September and then throughout September. So if you have questions, again, reach out to the Animal Welfare League or to Zebra. I think it'll be great. It'll be fun. It'll be a fundraiser. It'll be free. So come on down October 16th. All the info is in the comment section. Gina, are there any final words or details you would like to leave us with tonight?
I just want to remind everybody that whatever kind of animal you're looking for, you may be able to find it at the Animal Welfare League of Alexandria. So check us out, alexandriaanimals.org. And we are here as a resource, whether you adopted from us or not. So we look forward to helping you in any way that we can.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Gina. I look forward to seeing you next month and then again in October for the big Paws in the Park Day. All right. Thanks, everyone. Until we see you next time, be the good news in someone's life.